All right, hello everyone. We're here at SecT. It's Friday and
Second day, and everyone is very tired.
Yeah, but we enjoyed an awesome talk by you, Yossi, and
as always, you give a lot of energy.
Yeah,
thank you.
And it was like drinking from a fire hose. So I'm gonna have to look at on your GitHub page because there was so much I wanted to. It's like I can't.
That was the first thing you
this.
said, though. It's like, chillax, everything is public,
exactly, yeah.
enjoy the ride. That's a really good one.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I started deliberately by saying, there's going to be a lot of stuff, so just relax, understand what you see, enjoy the ride, but because all the code and the slides is already on GitHub, so don't try to write anything or just listen and enjoy.
But the take I'd take from this is really as a blue teamer, it's like, what the how should we go about protecting against this?
Well, it's I have a big heart for blue teamers, and I think like a red teamer, but my heart is with the blue team. And to be honest, I think really to be a good blue teamer, it's much more difficult than a pen tester or red teamer. To be honest, it's a really tough job, and it gets tougher with the years. And we need good people there. And in general, especially when you think about defenses, they are not binary, right? The only thing you can measure is time to detect, time to protect, time to respond, etc. And to narrow it down all the time. And this requires good people, good procedures, baselines, hardening, even before products. Because as you can see all the time with breaches, and as you could see also in this presentation, it's very easy to bypass a lot of security products as an industry, and it's very challenging. For the blue teamers, in terms of PowerShell, what you saw here, like you saw, there are defenses, but they are easily bypassed. I would say you don't have to try to block PowerShell. It's not the right attitude. You have to be able to manage it. So try to just find anomalies in the actual code running on the machines, because to block it will not work, as you saw. You can run it in so many different ways, millions of variants.
So you showed lots of crazy stuff with PowerShell, a little bit similar to what you did in Gothenburg, but this was more general, like just showing the awesomeness of PowerShell and not focused on a specific attack area.
Right.
So your title was about converting people from Bash.
And you sure converted me, I would say.
I wouldn't lose, I wouldn't stop using Bash or shell scripts or whatever. The idea was maybe to tease a bit just for people to listen, because if you say it's a cool session on PowerShell, maybe people will not be interested. But
but it's good.
It
good
will
marketing.
make you think.
A bit of anger.
And to be honest, I think, and I got some feedback when I came down, it kind of worked, because I wanted people to learn to appreciate PowerShell differently, both as a red teamer or blue teamer. And I think it worked, hopefully, to see the power.
Have you played around with PowerShell on Linux?
Yes, I did, quite a lot. And
how is that, though? Is it you have to load a lot of modules? How does it even work?
No, you just install it. It's on GitHub. You just clone it, run it. Yeah,
it works.
Pretty straightforward.
It comes with Kali Linux, so
I had no idea.
I
never started it. I just saw it. There was files on there. That's strange and weird and interesting.
On Linux, I would use it for a bunch of things that require me to do like extensive piping, like pipe to pipe to pipe, that I need to keep the object. Instead of parsing text, which is cool. You can also always do it on Linux, but with PowerShell, you actually get objects. So you can convert, excerpt. You can just take the exact information you want very easily in less code.
That makes sense.
The power of objects. So it's like Python. So it has objects. It's cool, but it's very intuitive, like Bash. So LSP as curl. You don't have to write a lot of code, to access file system.
And to be proficient. Yeah,
exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So because I think many people like me feel that when you first meet PowerShell, that it's strange and weird, and it's not like the things you know before. So it's a little bit for you who we can assume is a power user at PowerShell now. Does it start to come natural? Because I think it's very much an inversion of how you think about scripting when you.
You know, the beginning is a bit hard for some people. Also for me, it wasn't totally intuitive because the syntax in the beginning takes time. It takes time to get used to how Microsoft built the syntax, because it's like a mix of Perl and Java. I don't know, like you have the curly brackets and you have $_ like in Perl for each loops, and it's like a mix and colon. Yeah, it's like a bit of every language.
Yeah.
But I think at some early point I looked at it as an advantage. So although PowerShell is the new kid in the block of scripting, it's fairly new, but it had the time to learn from other languages. So it took like the best concepts from every language and tried. Successful or not, it's a debate, you know, but it tried to make like a super sort of shell. I would say it's good to know it. Yeah. It doesn't have to replace anything you know. On the contrary, it's just another very strong scripting language, especially on Windows, but not only. On Linux also I did really cool stuff with it. Cool. Yeah.
So if you want to know more about you, where can they find
more
you?
about me?
Yeah. What you do?
All my OSINT profile on the internet is about music. So when
that's true. That's actually really cool.
When you look for my name on the internet, you just find videos of me playing in rock festivals and playing weird guitars that I built. Bouzoukitar, it's an instrument I invented. It's
so
like
cool.
a Greek mandolin with an electric guitar and acoustic guitar in one body. In high quality. So that's all you see in Google. But if you look quite closely, then you find the GitHub and you find, okay, he does something with security also. but
really
the
cool.
Rockstar thing comes first.
Yeah, I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it's a good balance. You know, it's at the end like
but both really creative, I would say.
Yeah, many people in InfoSec I see all the time have this mix of some form of art and a lot of musicians. With coding and cybersecurity, and I think this really goes well together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're not going to keep you from lunch. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. Pleasure to have you here.
Yeah. Hope to see you in Gothenburg soon.
Yep. We hope.
Hope to come back.
Yeah.
It was great.
Thank you, Yossi.
Thank you.
Thank you.